Today we would be talking about the poem The Gifts of God. Now, in this poem, which is written by George Herbert, Herbert talks about the various gifts that have been showered by God upon men. Now, these gifts are numerous. He has given variety of gifts to a man, but at the same point of time, he has not given some of the gifts or one gift which Herbert has identified, and that is also for the benefit of the human beings. Now, in this poem, when Herbert says, when God at first made man, having a glass of blessings standing by, let us, said he, pour on him all we can. Let the world's riches, which dispersed lie, contract into a span. Now, when he begins when God at first made man. Now, he's beginning from the birth of man, from the advent of the man, from the creation of man. When God at first made man, he must have made many other things, but when he made man, what he thought? When God at first made man, having a glass of blessings standing by. Now there is a visual image as if God is there, and God is maybe God is a sage-like person, or maybe God is someone who is very grandly, and now he has a glass of blessings. He is holding a glass which is full of blessings standing by. Let us, said he. Now this is it. It is in a communication, as if somebody is communicating to you. Let us. Now this is also a suggestion. Let us used as a suggestion. Let us, said he. Who said? God said. Pour on him. On whom? On men. All we can, whatever we can. All we can means God is so benevolent that he is ready to give all he can. Let the world's riches which dispersed lie, riches, beautiful things of world, riches, wonderful things of life, very luxurious things of life, delicacies of life, which are lying dispersed, scattered in this universe, contract into a span. Now let's put them into one span, into one glass, and into one container, and put all these riches which are lying here and there at one place and give it to man, shower it upon man. So strength first made away. What was the first blessing which God gave? It was strength. He gave strength to man, energy to man, physical, mental, every type of energy, every type of strength, so that man becomes strong. Then beauty flowed. Beauty is another attribute which God showered upon man. He made man beautiful. Then wisdom flowed. Now he is using the word flowed. Flowed means something is contained in the glass. So things contained in the glass, they give an image of something flowing from the glass. So beauty flow. Then wisdom is the intelligence or the mind, the brain which he gives to man. Honor, the respect and pleasure, all these things are coming to men. Now now he says, so strength first made a way, then beauty flowed, then wisdom, honor, pleasure. When almost all was out, all was out. He's already given you riches of the world, then he gave you strength, he gave you beauty, he gave you wisdom, he gave you honor, he gave you pleasure. Now everything is almost out. God made us stay. God held himself, perceiving that alone of all his treasure rest in the bottom lay. Now he could see that at the bottom of the glass was one more attribute which was still lying, and that was rest. Now he started thinking about this attribute, whether he should give it or not. For if I should, said he, now he is consulting, he is talking to himself, and he is trying to come to a decision. For if I should, said he, bestow this jewel also on my creature. Who is the creature? God. Who is the creature? Man. And bestow his shower. this blessing upon men, the blessing of rest. He would adore my gifts instead of me. Then man would not come to me. He would adore, he would praise the other gifts instead of God himself, and rest in nature, not the God of nature. And he would rest in nature, nature which has been given to him, the universe which is given to him, the world which is given to him to enjoy himself. Then he would rest in nature, he would be happy with nature, not the God of nature. He would not come to God, he would not be happy, or he would not understand the importance of God who has created that nature. So both should losers be. So in this way, both man and God would be losers, because man would not be able to come to God and would not be able to communicate with God, and while communicating with God, or being in relation with the God, man may learn many things, or man may enjoy many things, or man would be a better human being. But in this way, if he would only rest in nature which has been given to him, and rather he would not come to the creator of nature, then this would be a loss for both God as well as man. For if I yet let him keep the rest, but keep them with repining restlessness. Let him keep the rest of the gifts which he has given, the strength, the beauty, the wisdom, the honor, the pleasure. He let him be with all these gifts, but he would not give him rest. So because if he gives him rest, he would not come back or turn to God, and God does not want to humble man, and to in a way reflect upon him his own strength. It's not this is not the message of the poem. Somewhere God wants to make man humble to everybody. By coming to God, man becomes humble, man becomes subtle. So in this way he would learn to be subtle, in this way he would learn to be sublime, in this way he would learn to be humble. Once he is humble to God, he would be humble to entire human civilization. So let him be rich and weary, that's at least, if goodness lead him not, yet weariness may toss him to my breast. Toss him would turn him over to his breast, and God's breast is all kindness. God is all kindness, God is all benevolent, God is all loving. So if man comes back to God, even if it is out of restlessness, even if it is out of weariness, even if he is tossed back, means if he has been lost somewhere and he has to be tossed back like a ball. So if he is tossed back, where does he go? He would go to God's breast. He would find a place in God's breast. So this place, nothing could be more lovelier than this place. So God is still very benevolent, God is still very kind, and whatever he does for the best, or for the good of mankind. So in this poem, this is a simple poem, but as you know, George Herbert was writing for many religious poems, and since he is a metaphysical poem, many of the metaphysical poets like Vaughan, even Donne, they have written poems regarding God, regarding spirituality. So this was a common theme among these metaphysical poets. They have been writing about on the theme of love as well, but even writing on religious themes was very common among metaphysical poets. So this poem, though being very simple, it has a very subtle message, and the message is that man is capable of many attributes. Man is worthy of many attributes, but somewhere he becomes proud, he becomes arrogant, and in order to make him humble, and in order to make him subtle and sublime, God wants him to turn to him. Thank you.